Hello and welcome to the Top 14 Round 20 predictions brought to you by DrivingMaul. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, a website, a YouTube channel, a podcast and a Twitter account bringing you the best in rugby predictions and opinion. And yes, Round 20 still going on during the Six Nations and we kick off the weekend with an almighty clash. Montpellier host Racing 92, top of the table versus second in the table, only 1 point between them. How is this one going to go? Well, as with all things in France, you always have to look at the home side, don't you? First, Montpellier, 9 wins out of 9 at home, the perfect record. Fine, they only beat Bordeaux by a single point two rounds ago, and they did lose last round on the road to Agen. Racing 92. Why am I saying La Rochelle? Racing 92. Again. If we look at their away record, 4 wins out of 9. That's good. That's obviously very good for a team in France. 9 wins out of 10 at home. As I say, home advantage is the big thing in this competition. They did beat Brive at home recently, but they lost on the road to Pau by 9 points. The last 4 games have been within a score, have been less than 10 points in it, and I think this one will probably be fairly close as well. So I'm going to back Montpellier to win by 3. Pau, wow. What has happened to them? Their 5-game winning streak has made them, they've climbed up into 4th place. And looking, if they keep up this kind of form, like making the playoffs, they were down towards the bottom end earlier in the season when they lost their opening 2 games and then went on a 3-game winning streak, but then lost 1-1-1, lost 2-1-1, and then finally they put some games together and climbed up what is a highly competitive table. If we look at La Rochelle, the opposite has happened to them. They were at the top of the table. They only lost 3 of their first 10 games, but unfortunately they've gone and lost their last 3 now on the trot. Okay, it's always just been by 7 points or less. They haven't been getting blown away, but clearly they have slipped well out, much further down the table. I'm going to back Pau in this one by 7. And to continue their climb up the table. Next up is Toulon hosting Agen, and again a side that slipped down to 8th. And basically that top 8 are close. Then there's a big gap down. There's a 9-point gap between Toulon in 8th and Bordeaux in 9th. But that top 8, if you think Toulouse are on 54 points, Toulon are on 48. Toulouse in 3rd place are on 54 points. Toulon in 8th are on 48 points. So just 6 points back. Cover those 7 places. 6 places. So 6 points covering 6 places. Clearly it's very tight there. Toulon at the back of that pack really do need a win here. Agen currently down in 11th. Yes, they're coming off back of a couple of wins, but those have been against Stade Francais and, to be fair, and Montpellier. But they've both been by 2 points. They've been narrow wins. And they've only won once on the road, and that was that game against Stade. So I'm backing Toulon to win this one by 10. Bordeaux then host Oyonnax. Bordeaux in a horrible vein of form. They've lost their last 4. They've lost touch with that top group. As I just said, they're 9 points behind Toulon in 9th place. But Oyonnax coming off the back of 2 victories, having beaten Clermont away, amazingly enough, and Stade Francais at home, both by 6 points. So 2 wins. They've only had 3 wins all season, and they're 2 in the last 2 games. Bordeaux, as I say, on that bad run of form, 4 losses on the trot. But if you look a bit closer, they lost to Castres by a single point. They lost to Montpellier by a single point. And they lost to Toulouse last time out only by 6. So, yes, they are losing games, but not by large margins. Oyonnax are bottom of the league for a reason. So Bordeaux by 3 for me. Brive then hosts Clermont, and Clermont have been absolutely shocking this season, down in 10th. I did see some comments saying they could even get relegated down to Division 2. I can't see that happening. Now they've got a win under the belt. They are 11 points ahead of Brive, who are second to last. So I think they're going to be safe. But yes, this is an abysmal season for them. They have won 7 games at home, and they did get that win over La Rochelle last time out by 4 points. But they're away. They are 0 from 9 games. So let's be honest, the only side you can back here are Brive, even if they are coming off the back of 4 losses themselves and sit in 13th, second to last in the table. I'm backing Brive by 3. Stade Francais host Castres. And Stade Francais, again, another team going through a shocking vein of form. 5 losses on the trot, seeing them sat comfortably in 12th. So only 2 points ahead of Brive and those relegation spots. Recently, they've lost to Oyonnax, Agen, and as well as Toulon, Pau and Montpellier. But Agen up in 11th, Stade Francais are only in 12th, and Oyonnax in 14th. So they're losing against the teams around them. 5 wins from 9 at home, 1 on the road. And you've got to say actually here that Castres, who are still in that fight for the playoffs, up in 5th, should pick up the away win here by 3 points. That's it. It's the only away win I'm picking all weekend. Finally, Toulouse host Lyon. Lyon, who were at the top of the table, have been a bit inconsistent recently, mixing wins with losses, basically winning at home and losing away after a terrible November where they lost all of their games. So, but again, they're away this weekend with only 3 wins away from home. Toulouse, on the other hand, are in a rich vein of form at the moment, having won 4 on the trot. They also know they've got Pau on their heels in the table, who are also in a rich vein of form. So you've got to say they will definitely be motivated to win this one. And they've had some big wins recently. Beat Oyonnax by 22, Agen by 27, Brive by 17. And sure, we're talking about 3 of the 4 bottom teams there, but they can rack up points, and they beat Bordeaux by 6 recently. So I'm going to make that to beat Lyon by 5 in this one. So Toulouse by 5. Always up for good rugby chats. Please let me know your thoughts. You can let me know down below, or you can catch me on Twitter at DrivingMaul. There's my face there. Please click on that to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a box up there with my latest video. Please go and watch my other stuff. It's all really fun. If you've enjoyed this, you'll enjoy that as well. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoy whatever rugby you're going to be watching this weekend.